Pretty much, I just want to say that the movie was well executed, but I feel that with the entire Clark sisters family dynamic, I feel that there were things that was left out of this movie. I feel that there were some holes that weren't filled because certain things they went into detail in the movie explaining, and then certain things they like they kind of glazed right over it. You know, and Brittany, I'm gonna bring you because we watched this last night, and I feel that there were some things that were missing out of that family dynamic, and in the movie kind of had a positive but negative kind of feel to it because although Maddie Moss Clark, she really was really strict on them girls. It kind of teaches you, no matter how strict you are on your kids, sometimes that can kind of be to their detriment because we saw how Denise Clark was portrayed in the movie and how she went astray, and then the one that she tried to keep under her thumb and tried to shelter and baby the most, Twinkie, she pushed her away. So it kind of showed the dynamic that no matter how much you try to shelter your kids and raise them up in the church and try to keep them away from X, Y, and Z, sometimes they can backfire on you. Now, as far as the family dynamic, I feel that there were some things that were unanswered to me in the movie. I feel that the whole situation with Denise Clark, there's still some hidden animosity between these sisters even to this day. Because if you pay attention to some of the interviews that have been done, even up to this very day, they kind of tiptoe around the issue of the family dynamic as far as Denise Clark. As you guys know, all the daughters were Clarks except Jackie, but she was the more outspoken one, and this even showed in the movie. Now, I'm gonna unmute you. Okay. Yeah, Aisha, I'm okay.
Okay.
I feel that there was a lot of holes in the movie. Like it was like they were trying to cover up. They wanted to give people enough to where they had a little bit more information before coming out of the movie. But I feel that they were still trying to cover up some family secrets because it's been well spoken, in circles, even the Kojic circles and the gospel music. That family is very private, and very obvious that they sweep things under the rug. And I feel that this movie, I feel that is very well displayed. I just feel like they really go into details on a lot of things. Like, for example, the whole situation with Twinkie and her divorce from her husband. They really didn't go into details about what happened to that divorce. They kind of gave you some background, but it just like they rushed into that really quick. And then at the funeral of Maddie Moss Clark, it just seemed they tried to paint Denise out like she was the villain. And there were some people that I even noticed followed some of the reviews. They were saying it's kind of funny that all those sisters were light-skinned, light-complected, but you put I don't say the villain, but the one that was kind of like the outcast as a dark-skinned, kind of like sexually, what's the word I'm looking for? Promiscuous and out there. And wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made her look like it almost turned into a color thing, I feel. And I feel that all the other sisters were accurately portrayed. Like it was almost like they had a say in who played them and this, that, and the other, because the people that they had playing them looked just like the characters, looked like them in real life. But Denise doesn't look like anything, and I don't have her name who played her. Let me see if I can pull that up. But she looked like Denise Clark, and it was just like, it was almost like she probably had little or no input on what happened in this movie. And to me, I just feel like it was very one-sided. It was very much like it was just like they were all ganging up on her. And I feel like I have questions leaving that movie. I wonder, did she have any input in the production of this movie? You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like they really kind of slandered her reputation. But that's my personal opinion.
And I think that after this movie, you're probably going to hear from her or her son.
You guys, hey, look on the YouTube clip. She came on YouTube and she said she didn't have any input in that movie.
She said what?
Clip with Denise. There's a clip on there with Denise Clark talking about the movie and how it's been, portrayed and stuff. You got to type it in. Just type in. I think Denise talks about the movie. She tells she didn't have any input in it. She was upset about it.
Oh wow!
Yep, it's on YouTube. I sent it, so check it out.
And I knew. I
told you the interview with Willie Moore Jr. last night. He asked, I think it was Dorinda and Karen, I believe it was. He talked to them last night, and you could have heard a mouse piss on cotton when he asked, what your relationship is with Denise. And they're like, we our arms are extended out to her, and every family has disagreements, the whole BS.
Go on YouTube and look at it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little confused. Because I'm still just trying to figure out what exactly is it. Is it because she was the one that spoke up the most as far as wanting to live her? Well, I understand the lifestyle of what she was doing and also being a part of the group, but I'm trying to figure out what is it that is that bad that you don't have a relationship with your sister after all of these years? Is it just the music, or is there something else? Because to me, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could just hold a grudge that long and that bad over my, like, I feel like there's something else that's not being told to us. Because I'm like, from what I've seen and just from what I know, I don't think that there's a big piece missing of why they cannot seem to be able to have a relationship with her.
My question was, because like Seneca just said, there was only one that wasn't a Clark. Are we sure that there was only one that wasn't a Clark?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's true too. And the thing that got me too, and the one that wasn't the Clark, she still kept that job as a nurse. The mother never said nothing about her. Oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. But then Twinkie gave up her to go to Howard University.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But you never see the mother say anything. I mean, it is. It do make you think.
Girl, and sold her songs for a Lincoln Continental.
Yeah.
But they said that she eventually got her rights back. I was reading several people in the because I seen a clip of that before that movie came out, and people were saying she did eventually in the 90s get bought her rights back, but she had to pay a lot of money to get that back. But she somehow got it back, but I don't know the accurate that is. But my thing is, it was just so much going on, and I'm gonna tell you, like, with them growing up in Detroit, just the scene in Detroit, like, it's already a kind of slick, kind of shady, kind of nefarious scene, and even the church scene up there, I've heard, like, that whole family of the Sheards and the Clarks and stuff, there's a lot of stuff that you just don't speak on. You don't speak bad on their name up there because, I'm gonna leave it like that. You don't play around with the Clarks. So I feel that there's a lot of stuff. I feel that there's a lot of stuff that they did not want out in that movie, and they want to give you just enough to make it You know what I'm saying? They did, because I feel like there's some more to it. Like, I just feel that there's some more shade, there's some more dirt, and it's not came to the surface. I just feel like they were holding back in this movie. It was a good movie overall, but I feel that this movie could have been a part 1 and part 2. That's how I feel about it. Like, because there was a lot of stuff that, like, even leading up to Dr. Maddie Moss Clark's death, it just seemed like they rushed from her getting sick to funeral. It just, and then just that whole blow up at the funeral between Karen Clark and the other sisters and Denise Clark. I just kind of feel that it's something not adding up. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, there is some more stuff that happened, some more secrets that were not being revealed, and I don't feel that they did her right by not including her into that. Because how you gonna have a story about the Clark, but you don't have all their input on that? And that's what I'm saying about a lot of these historical movies that they do on, particularly Black iconic, people in history.
Because I said that about the Madam C.J. Walker movie. The series. Excuse me, because I don't know how factual this is. Because it's coming from one person. So it's like, like you said, to make a movie, to make a 4-part series and make it interesting for people to go from 1 to 2 to 2 to 3 to 3 to 4, you have to add some spark to it. So I think that's what they did to the Madam C.J. Walker movie. They added some fuel to it.
But I think it was done. I think it was very tacky how they executed, and I just feel like a lot of people were saying, like, there was enough in her life, that factual things that happened in her life that actually took place, to where they didn't even need to have to go that route. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
because they literally went from her building her empire to finding out she was sick to dying, and that there was nothing in between.
Wow.
There was really nothing in between. Like I said, they made it a point. They kept fueling on, and that's one thing that I really hate about movies that have the undertone of people being gay or whatever, because they harped on that storyline. Very subtle, but they harped on it.
Yeah.
They kept showing her daughter.
Yeah.
They kept showing her daughter with this woman. Nobody ever really knew who this woman was, but they kept showing her taking interest in different women. But they wouldn't never, delve off into it. But they would always show her, she was giggling with, a new girl on the scene or whatever, and then she was having dinner with another girl later on in the next part, and then she's holding hands with this girl, and then her mother just so happens to come in and see it, and now she's in an uproar about it.
I was wondering, is I think more of an agenda being pushed. Like, me and Jonathan were talking about it, and I'm all about inclusivity. I'm all about us being open as a society, but I feel that the powers to be, and I don't even think it's the color, it's the LGBT community. I feel that the mainstream LGBT community are trying to push this narrative out here and trying to push this on the public. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel that a lot of people are saying that it wasn't factual. So why are y'all trying to force that puzzle piece into, y'all trying to make something fit into this story or this narrative that fit. And it's really starting to turn people off, and it's having the opposite effect, because a lot of people are starting to see that. It's like y'all trying to push this stuff, and then you have Tiffany Haddish, old hood rat ass, and let me not go there on her too hard because I respect her hustle. I respect where she came from and how she works her way up but I just feel that she belonged in something serious as Madam C.J. Walker. And then y'all try to incorporate the whole thing of colorism into this series, and it's just like, no.
Yeah, because like I said, even in the movie, it wasn't until the very end of the movie did we understand the what's her name, Annabelle, whatever her name was, the first lady that did the initial hair care product. We didn't understand her story until the end.
Right.
And even then, if you wasn't paying attention, you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because now at the end of the movie, there's this older black lady that's in like this dark room talking to her. I was talking about, hey, you haven't sent any money this month. And come to find out, like you said, the colorism thing, here it is, this fair-skinned, curly-haired woman out here pushing hair care products for black women.
Mm-hmm.
But she's claiming this heritage, that she's of this nature and, she's got good hair and blah, blah, blah. But you're a product, one, you're a product of a rape. Two, you're a product of a slave master. Your mother is black as an ace of spades. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So this whole image that you tried to portray was to try to throw shadow over who you really were.
Mm-hmm.
Because your product, she felt like that her product wouldn't sell if people knew that she was of mixed race.
Mm.
So she had to keep that secret.
Well, I had a question real quick. I wanted to ask, Chan, are you still online? I think they probably dropped. Let me see who else is on here. Oh, okay. Because I wanted to somebody sent me the picture of these panties with this mask, and I need to send. Yeah. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me send this 8954. I'm sending this to you real quick. Wait a minute. You about to fall out. Wait a minute. You about to fall out. We in the after show now. This is we done with the show, but this is like the after show. But I got to send this real quick because y'all about to fall out. Wait a minute. So I can't even show this on, honey. I'll probably get blocked on Facebook to show this on. I'm going to send this all the way a minute. Wait a minute. But yeah, that movie, there was a lot of things in there I didn't, it was a lot of questions I had even that movie. And I don't know, I just thought, I didn't know if it was just me that felt that way, but I just kind of felt that it kind of put the family in a good light, but then again, a lot of people were starting to give them the side eye, because I've been reading a lot of reviews, looking at a lot of reviews, and a lot of people are kind of giving them the side eye as far as Clark's sisters is concerned,
Well, you see what Karen did to her son when he tried to enter into the music industry and he went straight secular. They shunned him for everything it was worth.
Yeah.
I remember that.
They sure did. They shunned him like he was no longer part of the family. And then, Kiera, she kind of went rogue there for a minute, but they didn't really shun her.
Yeah.
They kind of let her, just do her thing. But
kind of do what she want, yeah, because she got on the edge there. She got on the edge there. Yeah, she was edgy there.
And like I said, you can see that they had a play in it because now everybody else was chosen, every actor and actress or whatever was chosen for this movie, but then Kiera gets chosen to play her mother.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
hey,
okay.
331, did you get that text?
Yeah, like, you know, I say, you know, they super coaches say they've always been the grand of the grand.
But you know what was so ironic about it, and this is what I was, it's so funny that they was all brought up in church and this, that, and the other, and they were so saved and sanctimonious, but they couldn't even get along with the people, their own sisters and people in their household.
Mm-hmm.
All that turmoil and all that hell.
Honey. What kind of mask is this?
Woo! Honey, that's a stank
well,
bomb,
first
man.
off, who would even want to put that on their face?
Well, they say desperate times lead desperate measures, I guess.
Sure, ain't nothing that desperate. But yeah, like I said, it will amaze you. You know, I've learned being in the, you know, in the quote unquote gospel industry and being around different people or whatever, you'll be amazed at some of this stuff. You be like, what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like I said, I ain't one, but you know, I've never been to a coaching convention, and I don't think I would ever go, because just from what I hear about them,